Rosie.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you, and you.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you.
I have your doll.
Really? Oh my God. And I'm a big fan of yours, and I don't have your doll.
You don't? Is there a Betty here? I have a little Betty. I'll give it to you after the show. Okay. Now, the thing about your doll, it was sort of like a Charlie's Angel doll, but they just drilled a hole in the ear, see? And they made it silver.
Do you know how much that hurt?
I bet it did.
Do you know, they came and measured my face. They measured nose, eyes, everything. And they said, here's your doll. I said, that's Farrah.
It does. It looks like Farrah. Look at the doll. It looks just like Farrah. You. Can you get a close-up? Where are we?
Farrah hadn't even happened yet.
Really?
No.
It was pre-Farrah.
How did they do that?
And look, the only way you could tell is like they took the Charlie's Angel doll and they just stuck the bionic arm on it, see? But I love it. And the pants, remember when you always wore these pants?
No.
You don't? Well, we have
I didn't have holes in my pants.
You didn't have holes, but you had those weird pockets. You have two boys? And did they watch the Bionic Woman? No.
No, only recently have they. I've shown them some of the episodes. It's just, you know, it didn't feel right to me to think of a child. It's one thing when you watch and you fantasize and you know your mom and your dad, and then you look at somebody else being in jeopardy, and you can go through that experience with them. But when you see it's your mom, I don't think they had the ability to discern that when they were really little. So I never showed them the show, but now they know. And now they give me a lot of gas about it.
They do? Yeah. They tease you?
Well, yeah. I mean, especially when, you know how moms, anybody out here a mom?
Yes,
of course.
Me.
You develop bionic hearing when you're a mom. You just do.
Yes.
You know? And so now the whole thing is when they walk in, they go like that. And I say, I heard that. How did she hear that? You know. So now it's because I'm bionic, not because I'm a mom.
Right.
So, yeah.
Do they make the noise? Do they do this?
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
I gotta get one of those by my bed.
You gotta get one of these. They're really good. Now, we're gonna have to go to commercial. We're gonna come back. But you were killed off in the show.
Yes.
Weren't you?
Yes.
And
it wasn't intended to be a series.
And the people wrote in?
Oh, yeah,
and
big time.
Yeah.
Twice, actually. They brought me back to life just so the people would calm down. And then
they gave you your own series.
Did it again. The people wrote in. And
I was one of the people writing in, probably. I probably was, because I was a huge fan of the show. In fact, we're gonna go to commercial. Don't go anywhere, but watch this. You had to do your own stunts?
It was, yeah, actually, well, some, not all. No, I had a wonderful stunt double. But the one you showed was probably the most interesting experience I think I had on the whole show. That day, they had that sequence that you were watching. The helicopter continued around the city trying to shake me off, right? Well, that was, in fact, my stunt double. I'm not stupid.
Right.
And she had on this harness and this whole thing, and they went around the city and came back, and the sun was setting. We were on top of the Maxim Hotel at the time we did that shot. We'd been up there all day, forgot we were on top of a hotel, for one thing. They then said, okay, we need a close-up of you, which you just saw. And we have Rita on there doing her thing, but we need to get a close-up of you hanging from the skid. Sun's going down. Hurry, hurry, hurry. And I said, okay, fine, I'll do that. So I said, well, where's the safety? I got to go put that on, put my clothes back on. They said, we don't have time. I said, what do you mean we don't have time? They said, all we want you to do is grab a hold of that skid, and we're going to take you about 4 feet over the airbag. It's not even as high as you've been when you jumped off the one-story into the airbag, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I mean, just like hang on to the skid? Yeah. And they said, yeah. So fine, okay. So I went up in the helicopter. Stupid. Went up on the helicopter. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Las Vegas. If you've ever been to Las Vegas, the wind comes up really bad in the afternoon. The helicopter could not stay over the airbag. So now I'm hanging onto this thing, looking at this airbag going like this underneath me. Not only that, in order to stay out of that really strong current, he had to go higher. So now I'm 15, 20 feet off this airbag, and I'm staring down. Oh, my God. So now and finally he says, okay, he's screaming at me, they cut, go. And I said, okay, go. I'm talking to my hands. I was so frightened, I could not let go of my hands. I mean, my hands, they was like somebody else, so now I'm talking to them, I'm swearing at them. I'm saying everything I can to get my hands to let go, they will not let go. And the airbag's still doing this. So finally, at one point, I don't know how I did, I just let go, and I went. I landed on the corner of the airbag, rolled onto the ground, just barely made the airbag.
Didn't get hurt.
When I got up, I didn't get hurt. When I got up, everybody was laughing, and I thought, that's really weird. And so I went, I said, get me out of here. My mom was standing there. My mother happened to be there. Can you imagine watching your kid do that? She said, so she takes me into the stairwell. I cried my eyes out. I shook for a few minutes. I said, what is everybody laughing at? And she said, well, it was pretty funny what you did. And I said, what I did? What I did? My mouth practically died. What do you mean what I did? She said, well, you know, when you held your nose. And I said, what? She said, when you dropped, you know, and you went like this.
You did it. You did? Oh, God.
I said,
out of nerves?
When I was 7, she tried to give me diving lessons. And they had me on the high dive. And every time I'd start to go, just get ready. And I go, no. And I do that.
Oh, no.
I reverted back to 7 years old. I was so frightened.
And you didn't even remember you did it?
I didn't know I did it. I have no recollection to this day of doing it. So then I thought, oh, no wonder they were laughing. And so then I came out of the stairwell, cleared up my face. They walked out and they were, oh, boss, you're so cool. That was so dangerous. You're still joking. I said, hey, you know, got to keep you guys laughing. Took full credit for it.
That's what you should do.